Okay. Hey everybody, I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Um yeah. They said the night belongs to us. I don't know who they are. And I don't know why they have such strong feelings about the night. So, we're gonna see. Welcome, new and returning. My name is Gabrielle. This is I Espy with my Shamanic eye. Alright. Let's start with some love, some joy, celebration, a little OMG, and always grounded in the truth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, you know your perpetual posts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Daddy. Mommy, of course. Protect me as I open myself up to be a channel of divine light and love and deliver messages to those who need them. What's with the energy? I don't like this nervous energy person. I really don't. I don't know who you are. I don't know what's going on, but I don't even want to deal with you today. So let's see what's going on. Who are these people, Holy Spirit, and why is this the night belongs to us? Makes me feel like they're doing weird stuff. Flower, spirit, and queen bee. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Mermaid's love. One for flower spirit. Okay. Queen bee. Two came out. So we have the LARPer and then the game controller that's unplugged. Mermaid's love. Chance. Now, it's funny because when I, and the gas lights on the bottom and the alien, and then Botox, and then what? Yeah, okay, so I was getting something weird from the beginning, but I wanted to just kind of hold back until more came out. The moment I saw the flower spirit, it reminded me of these flowers that you see planted in a lot of scapes and things like that. They can come red or white, but they have some interesting side effects, and you should not ingest them or anything like that. You know, some flowers you can make teas from and things like that. This isn't one of them. This is something that will cause an intoxication. I need to look this up real quick. Now that is so interesting. Somebody doesn't want to play a game anymore. Okay. That makes so much more sense because I'm like, somebody wants you back in their game. They want you high, right, with the pillbox and flower spirit. They want you to be their queen in their game. They want you to play a particular role. It's not based in reality. This is a very destructive person. Whatever opportunity that there was between you in the past, it didn't work out well, and it will be a loss if you do it again. And so I feel like somebody is attempting to pull you back in because you're disconnected from this person. And so this is very spiritual, okay? As all things are. This person is like trying to poke at you in their own way because they want you to tap back in and let them connect to your energy again. They want you to be in love with them again. Queen of Cups. Excuse me. Right. They want you to look at them as a good choice. Right. You know exactly who this person is. They want you to see them as the King of Cups, Emperor. But there's the Ace of Swords and there's the Three of Swords. This person put you through it. You've laid this entire situation to rest. Even any notion of it going to a higher form of commitment. Right. See, they want a divine feminine to fall for this illusion, this game, this coaxing, this prodding. It's a firm no, is what I'm getting. You've already recovered from this person and their antics. I feel like they're receiving karma. This person could be a Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. But more than anything, you see them for exactly who they are. They want your attention. They want you to pour that beautiful cup of love onto them as you've done in the past, and not a chance. You would be high or on some sort of substance if you fell for this. I'm not even going to say it again because I feel like you gave this person the benefit of the doubt. They want you, look, to reject all new love offers and all new opportunities for some crazy friends with benefits package. Yeah, they're doing a lot of different forms of manipulation to try to manifest you back into their life. And I mean, it's dark. It's very dark. See? It's clear who you are. This person utilizes people's energies to maintain a King of Pentacles lifestyle, and I don't feel like that's happening anymore. I told you, it's this cup. And look who's right behind it. Temperance, and there's the Tower. Their life is in free fall. The High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, Star, Justice. Whatever this person's going through, it is fair. You closed out this cycle. Perfect thing to do. You saw this person. You, for exactly who and what they are. They thought you were naive to the Fool card. Yeah, that person dibbles and dabbles. But I feel like that's part of what you discerned. Yeah, they're really low on energy. I shield myself from this because, yeah, they're attacking the Empress. Five of Wands to the Empress. Like, they're attacking the Empress because you walked away, Eight of Cups, the situation. Right, and took your beautiful Ace of Wands with you. I feel like this, I told you, it's more of the karma, it's judgment. This person is receiving exactly what they have coming. They're getting mollywopped by spirit. Yeah. This person works with phases of the moon. Right. They work. They do astronomy, all of these things. Like, this person's an occultist is the best way of putting it. And they thought they were hiding this from your intuition. Yeah. And it's funny because this person's got, I'm looking at the LARPer, they've got pointy ears. So you know how sometimes when people go to like Comic Con and stuff, they get all dressed up. I feel like this person is like a thing, like a troll or like just some weird mythical type creature on the inside that you look. You saw that shit. Yeah, you did. Queen of Swords, Hermit. You saw that shit. You're like, ew, gross. Oh, they thought you was just a mermaid. They didn't think you knew what the top hat meant. Yeah. This person's in debt to whatever their order is, by the way. Look, they looking. We need to see spirit. Look, they're saying to the collective, you should be looking forward to your new beginnings. You know what I mean? These brand new cycles that you're starting, all the blessings and opportunities and adventure and pleasure that your blind faith is affording you. But this person is also trying to find out what you have coming in. Like they're trying to tie you up. If they can't have you, they don't want you to have any opportunity either, but that's impossible. All right, tell us about this LARPer energy. What do we need to know? Ten of Swords. When I tell you it is brutal what they're going through, because some people just refuse to learn their lesson. Look, all because they flipped but didn't come out. All because they came up against an Empress. Because they tried to hurt one. Probably did. Look. They just want you to know this person has 10 swords coming at them. You can expect this. And if they come anywhere near you, justice is on your side. Queen Bee is a number 11. Okay? Look, this person can get in some sort of altercation that could land them in jail also, I'm seeing. Chance, please. Moon. King of Wands. See what I mean? They're at it again. They're going to lose. It don't matter. This is their fate. This is what's coming towards them. 10 of Swords on one side. 8 swords and 5 wands on the other. It don't even matter. It's a foregone conclusion at this junction. While they watch you from behind bars and your 10 of cups, 3 of cups energy. Far, 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 far away from them. Oh yeah, this person could be on the run from the law, but I told you they owe their order. I just saw the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands. No, Knight of Swords, excuse me. Yeah. They should just move about. But you're free to go, collective. Like you are absolutely free to go. But I do feel like this order that they belong to, they on their ass. Because look. They gonna lay that mother to rest. Somebody made really big promises that are undeliverable. They said they was gonna be able to sacrifice an empress. All right, let me show you. Divine feminine and divine masculine. You already know. You already know about the spiritual journey, or you're learning. Okay. I mean, thank you. Look, this is the spiritual journey, right? Y'all hit this crux. For whatever reason, y'all really are considered a type of soul family. Not all family, good family. We know that, right? but this person did the most. They made a huge promise, right? They said they was going to be able. 10 of Wands, Sun, 10 of Pentacles. They was going to be able to harness your beautiful energy, your connection to the divine, your source energy, your soul, to bring it into a 10 of Pentacles for all of them, right? They was going to swap it out. 2 of Pentacles, right? But they didn't realize how protected you are, right? Knight of Pentacles. They thought, oh, it's just taking a little longer, blah, blah, blah. But they wouldn't stop, right? They didn't understand. They was just like, and they was putting calls out, but you had put a call out too. But that's beside the point. Look, here's Death. Here's the Hangman. There's the Empress. This person, like I said, has been monetizing the energy, the access gained from women in general. But they ran across the divine feminine. They was like, we done hit the jackpot. But you, divine feminine, 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, Ace of Wands. You was like, I don't really think you're really a King of Pentacles. I'm not really feeling that. I'm not. Your energy is like, and your connection to the Holy Spirit was like, something ain't right, something ain't right, something ain't right. Not to mention, there's a heavy tie here. I don't know if you encountered this person's family or something like that, but something was wrong. Something was really, really wrong. Maybe a conversation between them and their mama, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. I feel like somebody speak kindly about something, like how they interact with their family, but when it comes down to catching a conversation, no. Look, 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So you heard the truth. 9 of Cups, Devil. Not to mention, I feel like you literally saw this demon. Again, something about these pointy ears. That's giving Jinn energy, like dark genies. Right. Either way, it didn't work out. And now this person owes these people. And they holding them to it. They weren't able to, capture your flag. Yeah, they absolutely tried to sacrifice the Empress. That's crazy. But look at you. 3 of Pentacles to the Strength card. Who you work with, right? Your spiritual team is much stronger, much greater. Like, this person was definitely trying to harm you. Ace of Swords, right? Page of Swords, this person studied you, watched you, thought they knew what they needed to know, and no, baby, you got it all wrong, baby. They were unable, and I'm telling you, it wasn't a lack of determination, because they definitely was trying. They was trying. Now they looking to lay down the rest. This is not a drill. Look, I told you it was not a lack of trying. They couldn't figure a way in. Page of Cups, Ace, 8 of Wands. They couldn't figure a way in. There was nothing they could offer you. Yeah, they was definitely trying to manifest off of you. This is somebody you dated. I'm not even joking. You definitely dated this person. May not have lasted very long, but you dated this person in whatever context that means to you. All right. So tell me about the nighttime energy. Why is this person saying the night belongs? I feel like it's the organization that they belong to more than anything. They operate under the cloak of darkness. They feel like they're shielded by the dark. They most of the things they do are accomplished in those hours. Like 1 a.m. Between 1 and 2 a.m. Yeah. Double confirmation. Wow. They don't feel like anyone is, let's say, energetically up to really put up a real challenge, a real obstacle for them. Like, your defenses are the weakest during those hours. I don't see that though. I see strength. I see protection. I see defense. Right. Because every time they've tried this, it's a no. But the Ace of Cups that you are a collective doesn't afford them, like, they can't resist it. They know they shouldn't. But again, they. Wow. It like puts a bigger battery in their back. Because I feel as though every time they've come for you in ways that have worked for them with other people, you prove time and time again that it's pointless, and it bothers them because it's like their expectation of what a light worker is and how they move and the tools available to them. No. And look, they've tried all the elements, by the way. Look, 4 cards, 4 elements: Pentacles, Cups, Swords, Wands. This makes me feel like these are people who used to play like Dungeons and Dragons. And no shade to those who do. But I don't know, it's just given that. See? Knight of Swords. They like can't stop, won't stop. Like they so pissed off. So pissed off. Because they really thought they knew. But again, they're using the same tricks on everybody. And instead of learning the lesson that you can't do that or you shouldn't do that, they just keep going because it's familiar to them. Not to mention, I feel like coming for you is also in that same category. They keep patiently waiting, trying to learn something, hoping that you will expose yourself in some way so they can run back and try something new. But you have angels that alchemize so much. You wake up fresh as a daisy. And for some, I feel like somebody was supposed to give you something. Because remind you, this pill box is still out here. And I'm looking at this. Somebody was supposed to do something, or they did something that was supposed to make you sick. But the divine was like, not so fast. Ace of Swords. I feel like it was supposed to allow them to attack you. But you saw something. You definitely saw something. Not to mention, it's like, you know, when somebody reflecting your own light back to you. Yo, they was really trying to sacrifice you. I'm not even joking. But they was watching. Like, these people be looking. See, that hermit energy is so strong. They didn't know you had that sight, huh? I do feel like this person was sent towards you fast and in a hurry. Like, they thought they knew what you like. Run, 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 hurry up. Like, not to mention, there's like somebody was trying to get you strung out or tempt you with drugs. And no, no, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Strength, see? No. Oh, no. It was supposed to help them drain your money. These people could be night owls. You know, owl. You get it? Owls. Alright, I'm gonna pick this up. Because this is draining. I can't even front, like, this person's energy. Maybe that's how you felt being around them, that they were fucking draining. Look. Moon dance. See what I mean? It was... Wow. Look. Alright, let's move on. Somebody could be trying to block your ability to tap in, but it's like they want to block you from receiving a certain gift. Came out like that too. The white rose of hope. Look, it's a sea witch. They don't want you to see them. Look. My home is my castle. That's you, your vessel. They don't want your gifts growing, blossoming, developing, or anything. They want you to halt because you've already have so many. Look at the castle. Like, you present one way, right? Single tower, right? Not that you done built this whole fucking empire, right? Okay. Right. Because your abracadabra is stronger than theirs. That's the card, abracadabra and bloom. And then look, night ride. See, owls. These people want you right where you are, stranded. They don't want you to elevate. If anything, they could like repress. Right. They don't want you touching the sky. They definitely don't want you in your clear cognizant abilities. Can you hear me? And they thought they had the perfect key to lock up your abilities and gifts. No. Right. It's so funny. Like, you know how in the story of Rapunzel, she has to cut her hair in order to get out of the tower? But it's like, you're already in this, like, they couldn't cut it even if they wanted to. Like, you can come and go almost like Jacob's Ladder as you shall please. Hey. Interesting. Look, they thought they had you, but look at Liberty. Look how the doors open to the cage. Wow. So they tried to do some moon magic on you, but the moon told you what they was doing? That's so funny. Whatever it was very temporary, and you blasted through it, is what I'm getting. I don't really like how that appears to me. I feel like somebody tried to send you something that was supposed to be like a spiritual trick, but like you smelled it or something like that. Like you might have to get this like scent, like real scent, and so you threw it away. Like that didn't happen. It didn't. You didn't receive it. It didn't grow. It didn't blossom. It didn't do something. The poster and concern. Yeah, man. Because the person who sent this to you, whatever it was, you were cautious anyway, hesitant even. Maybe you already know that this person operates in this sea witch energy that they like to use spirits of the marine kingdom to do their dirty work, like a Ursula type sea witch. Not to be trusted, full of traps and tricks. Because that's what that's. Yeah, look, COVID. Look, now that person, now they're sick. That's that virus. Like that's what it looks like. They're sick. Whatever it was sent to harm you backfired. Now this person's ill. Look, the deleter. You threw it away. You absolutely threw it away. Wow. You thought the shit was funny. Because that's, the stand up, like the comedian open mic night. Right. Whatever they were trying to manifest was empty. It was a no show. Bloom. Look, the mixologist. Yeah. Somebody definitely cooked you up a little trick. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody catch this person outside in the wee hours doing something crazy. Look, this is like food poisoning. I'm not even joking. Somebody was supposed to send you. It was like trash, rancid, something. Look, and then the vomiting Cupid. See, it was supposed to make you ill, and it made this person ill. Look, this was takeout or something like that, or delivery, something. It must have got intercepted. Whatever it was, you threw it away. I cannot stress that enough. Like, right, look, revolving door. Look at this shit. They over and over and over again. Stranded. Now look, everybody who plotted against you, they caught up in it. It's more than one energy. It really is. And it's so funny because you remained so calm through this whole process. on this spiritual journey with Calm and the road trip. Um, some of you, you've moved away from all toxic and karmic relationships, parental and otherwise. This would really, really suck if this was someone's own parent who did this to them or attempted to do this to them. And it's funny because, like, I feel like whoever, like, in general, they thought it would be funny to do this to you with the stand up and abracadabra. Like, they really thought it would be funny. Like, it was supposed to really, really do you in. But I feel like somebody has a pretty strong I don't take shit from people policy. And I also feel like when it comes to previous connections across the board, for those of you who have really ate a cups most of the bullshit in your lives, um, you don't hold out hope anymore for any individual being a better person anymore. You like it's done. Like you don't care. It's over. Like you are who you are. You made your choices. It's fine. But it's something like that. And so I don't feel like trust is anywhere in any of this. Look, Cole. Told you it was more than one. Look, the bullshit artist. It's alright because the universe, they want their pound of flesh from this cult and these magicians. Excuse me. Leave my throat chopper alone. I'm still gonna say it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting that if any of you actually slipped up in any way, Archangel Raphael came through and healed you of whatever the affliction was, is really what I'm getting. Because I just saw Temperance, Ten of Wands, Four of Swords, and I'm like, I'm not necessarily getting Archangel Michael with that. I was getting Archangel Raphael. Yeah, for some of y'all, look, there's the divine feminine, the Empress, right? And there's the Six of Swords. Like I said, for some of you, really is your mother that you had to move away from because this person was doing everything they could to hold you back, restrict you, keep you under their rule. You know what I mean? Disgusting. Not to mention, this is something that your own mother tried to send to you, send towards you, something like that. I'm getting. Yeah, it was supposed to really disrupt your peace, your balance, your harmony. And it's amazing the shit that people be jealous of. Like, absolutely. Look, Four of Wands just fell out, right? Near the my home is my castle and the leader. So this could have been something that was sent towards your home, but it was returned to sender because maybe you moved, you relocated, and so whatever the plan was, it didn't go right. Yeah, look. Funny part is somebody it was heavily invested in this. Like they was just certain it was going to work. Them and a little cult. Look, Eight of Pentacles, Dark Practitioner, Four of Swords. They just knew. They were celebrating, rejoicing, like, hooray, hooray, we're finally going to put this person to rest. Da, 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 da. But the goal was to end you, baby. World, death. It is what it is. But you don't talk to these people, and they definitely didn't know your moves. That's crazy. What else, Holy Spirit? Mm, mm, mm. Nine of Pentacles is out here. You should rejoice because you've done this with your spiritual team, not with an earthly one. You're stronger than all of them. All of them. This many people conspiring against one person is crazy to me. And not even bold, but like bold with it. Maybe somebody is bold. Who knows? Um, but you know, they doing this under the cover of darkness. Like nobody gonna see them. Right. They really thought you was slow. But I'm also getting the energy of you're a person who does not give up. You persevere regardless. Like you don't know another way. Mm, mm, mm. Your new cycle is protected from these people. Like they didn't want you to get there. Because I feel like your talents, your abilities are growing. They're getting stronger. And like they try to optimize the energy for when they feel like it'll be the most successful. So if you've been seeing a lot of orbs and shit, that's your protection. Your protection. Yeah. This little group definitely thought they was going to be some sort of challenge to you. They definitely wanted to stop your celebration, your rejoicing, your friendships, your coming together, you know. And they watch and they wait and they study so they can figure out what they want to do. But the only thing they have discovered in all of their attempts, like I said, you don't know another way. If it's got to get done, it gets done. But I also feel like these people may want you to come join them now because they like shit. We might need this person. Yeah, it is wishful thinking, ain't it? Like you would ever. As many times as these folks have tried it. Look, Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. To try to gain some sort of access to you and your abundance, right? Your energy, you, like you would ever. These people scattered around too. They're not together. They work synergistically. Yeah, that's wild. So your mama part of a cult. Check. And she wants you to show her some compassion, right? She wants to try to pull on your heartstrings. Because, you know, if you don't know yet that your mama's part of a cult and that she sold out and, you know, been coming for you, then maybe they could play on your heartstrings. But if you cut these people off, I don't see how that's possible. And I feel like they incorporate whoever they need to try to get this done. Hence why it feels like it's gotten bigger, you know, with the map and people pull from here and here and here. Anybody can join if they willing to work using these dark ass tools to try to stop and block you. This is like the equivalent of these people prepaying for their own funeral because you keep alchemizing all that shit. Like you too strong. You really are, and they jealous at that, and they like to do like chaos and conflict magic and send it towards you, and you just keep sending that shit back. It's so funny because I really do feel like your home, your pee, all of these things are being attacked, but it's like it's you. You are your home, not the dwelling. And so no matter what they're doing, because you see all the little birds flying around, right? You can see that there's an attempt to disrupt, but it's impossible. Let's look at this sickly ass sea witch. Mm. Somebody suffering, and they could be by themselves. They feel like they're at the end of their rope with completion. I don't feel like they're the only one though. I feel like everybody involved is ill. Exactly. Because something's been spread and passed around. Nasty, 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 nasty. Yeah, this could be like a sex cult because desire is sticking out. See how the little pretzel, they all twisted and turned and nasty. Nasty. Wow. And whoever the leader is, could be an Aries. Don't have to be, but the Emperor is Aries. They don't know what to do. They are like befuddled. Especially if this person's married, because Eight of Swords is Gemini energy, lovers energy, right? So God help them, because they can't go home like that. But the leader's in a bad way. This could be the leader. When I know, it's literally somebody's like Seven of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Somebody is waiting. They think it's going to pass, but I feel like they're going to literally pass. Four of Swords. And they're scared, and they feel alone. This is why somebody wants you to show them some sort of compassion, and I don't think you should. But they are ill. They really are. Stars right there, and you can see it. You can see it, but you can also. It's the dark energy. It's the entities, and spiritual dis-ease, spiritual disease is eating this person away. Like from the inside out, eating this person away. That doesn't even make sense. Eating this person up inside, but this I feel like they want to get away. I don't think they can though. Yeah, Eight of Cups. They really want to get away, but they can't. Death is imminent for somebody. Ugh, ugh, ugh. And someone's hiding this. They're afraid. They're scared. But they're hiding it. They're trying to deny it. Like, no, 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 not me. No, no, yeah, yeah, you. Mm. They need help, and somebody really do. Like they need assistance. They really do. They need somebody to come rescue their ass. Eight of Swords, Knight of Cups. Like quiet as it's kept, they need you. Page of Cups. Somebody's like, I need help, but they don't know how to tell you. You warned this individual about their karma, even if it is your own fucking mother. It don't matter to me. Judgment, justice, Five of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Somebody's in deep, 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 deep regret and sorrow or remorse, whatever, whatever, whatever. But that's on them. You and your little group, y'all wanted to huddle up and attack somebody. Now look at you. Now look at you. You should try to, manifest like you did before, right? Where them entities you was calling on, they don't help. They don't help you. But they sick, y'all. Whole cult. Sick, sick, sick. No, for real. Look, Ace of Swords, Devil, Queen of Wands. Told you it's a sex cult. Look. All them energies and shit. Now look at them. Now look at them. Everything's crumbling around them. Everybody involved. You saw this coming. I feel like this was a prediction. Three of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah. A while back, this was a prediction. At least 6 months ago. You got some insight about it. I don't know if you got a reading or you yourself have your own intuitive abilities that you have been working with. But either way. All right. I'm going to do one more round and I'm going to wrap it up. Wrap it up. Let me see something. Yeah, they playing Dave Chappelle's version of the Mickey Mouse Club, but it's not. If you know, you know. I don't know why. That makes me feel like somebody really got to lay off the drugs, or they need a shift in perspective because the microdoser just came out. I'm gonna put that back for right now. Tensions in the country have been a little weird, and I saw something weird coming out of Japan, but they've always been funny acting. Bloom just came out. All right, that was out before. No rain today. Interesting. Expect growth and expansion, and there's a rhythm and a beat and a frequency that's singularly connected to you, and they want you to follow that. I feel like regardless of what's going on around you and your environment, you should expect growth and things to work out in your favor. Like truly, you're going to be winning tiny little victories all day despite what everything else is going on. Right. Why it seems like everyone else is just going through the same shit over and over and over and over again. And I feel like this prosperity, this sort of energy is going to carry into Halloween with the revolving door and ghosts. Yeah, it is definitely prosperity. But I feel like there's a lot of spiritual debt that is about to be paid back to you, collective, especially if you are a spiritualist, a medium, psychic, something like that, where you have been assisting people, assisting different energies. There is prosperity coming your way. regardless of how the world may seem right now. Yeah. Yeah, you got, listen, you got credit. You have credit with the universe. So you could be, you know, you're going to be in prosperity. You're not going to be needing the elements, right, to get you to grow, to expand and advance. It's already there. You're definitely going to be guided and led. And I mean, it's coming in from all avenues, by the way. So continue to be a good person. But I just saw the Eight of Pentacles. Like, you have put in the hard work already. That's why I was like, it feels like credit. Like you have credit with the universe. Yeah. Like, regardless of what was going on and the inconsistencies and things like that, you persevered is what I'm getting. Revolving door and ghosts. And then the Queen of Wands, like, you just kept persevering. It's fine. You just kept pushing through, even though there might have been moments of disappointment, is what I'm getting. You didn't walk away. I feel like you really did persevere. Even if you weren't getting love or support or whatever it was, like, you were doing what you were divinely guided to do and continue to do that. And yeah, that was the right thing to do. You're about to get so much, again, it's like good karma coming in. A lot of recognition, a lot of reward. Like, you've earned this. There's no getting around that. You are more than deserving. Because you've endured a lot. You really have. And again, you persevered. And now you get to have this rest and reward energy. Yeah. Look. 6446. Let's check that out real quick. What's that? That's not what I was looking for, but so let me you see these numbers here, right? I have 6446 8, right? So when I went to put in the angel number 6446, the 64468 came up for a CPT code, right? I'm like, well, what's that? This, and I'm not a doctor, I'm just reading what the internet gave me, okay? Refers to a thoracic facial plane block. Fascial, excuse me, not facial, fascial. Bilateral, right? By injections, including imaging guidance. The code is a part of a range of codes used for the introduction and injection of anesthesia agents to block the nerve. So I don't know. I don't know if y'all having a procedure or something like that. I don't know. Be mindful. Nerve block, huh? Interesting. All right, now back to what I was initially looking at. It says we all we live in a world where materialism is the most significant achievement you can have. Indeed, material possessions are not bad. They are an integral part of your existence in your home. Uh-huh. It asks if money is terrible. Hold on, let me put the rest of this. It asks if money is terrible, is there anyone who will raise a hand in affirmation? I thought so. If there is a resounding silence, everything resolves. Wow. What is going on? Excuse me. Angel number 6446, working towards self sufficiency. See? Aha. You did it. And you continue to do it. Good job. All right. It says we live in the world where materialism is what the fuck? I rebuke this. I really do. Wow. Where materialism is the most significant achievement you can have. Indeed, material possessions are not bad. They are an integral part of your existence in your home. If you ask if money is terrible, is there anyone who will raise a hand in affirmation? I thought so. If there is a resounding silence, everything revolves around material possessions. You may hear some people demonizing materialism, which is a dumbfounding claim. Ideally, it is the user who makes the wealth look evil, given that angel number 6446 is here to guide you on how to protect your wealth for a better society. And I listen, isn't that funny? Because like when you're really like a do-gooder, right, and money in your hands would change so many lives. Like you would actually use it responsibly, okay? And so there's even more incentive for people to try to block you. You know what I mean? To try to keep things further out of reach, if you will. And that way you can't be the person you're meant to be. Like, what if you're supposed to receive ginormous amounts of money to be a humanitarian, a philanthropist, to start something or this, that, and the third, and that's part of your soul mission? And so the attacks on your finances isn't just attacks on your finances. Because if people really wanted you to be destructive, they could give you a bunch of money, right? And watch you just spend yourself out like we see so much with lottery winners. But when it's already known that you're not built for it like that, you know what I mean? Like you are responsible. You do have a healthy relationship with finances and abundance and wealth, and you're already in a wealth mindset. It's like they got to do something else. And so keeping it from you is the strategy. Instead of like they do with rappers and shit like that, where they just give you copious amounts of money, put a bunch of insurance on you, and watch yourself, watch you run yourself into a brick wall where they can still capitalize. It doesn't work like that for people who are chosen. And they know that. So here we are. So see it differently. Always see it differently. Okay. Yeah, always see it differently. Because, but you're persevering anyway. It's crazy. That's why I be like, some people just gotta come up off the planet because y'all do too much. You do too much. Like somebody really just wants to have you, at a disadvantage where they have the upper hand, and you know, like this could even be weird sibling rivalry. Like, well, I'm the eldest, I should be doing better, and you just got people, throwing shade at you because you're more successful than them, and they can't stand it. It hurts their pride, their ego. So they're like, no, I don't want them to, whiny, bratty energy. Right, but look, like I said, you did it anyway. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and you did it on your own. Hard work pays off. And look, so there's definitely been attacks. See? Look, 8, 9, 10. Everything's still in order. Look, Four of Wands, Seven of Wands. I mean, Seven of Pentacles. See? Regardless of the shit that they've been doing against your finances, right? You're still blossoming. You're still blooming. You and the divine have been creating ways out of no way, sending all sorts of spirits and shit towards you. But it's all right. Your ancestors is quite pissed at these folks, so we ain't got to worry about too much. Right. But see, your discernment allowed you this information prior, right? I'm just confirming what you already know. And so the energy you carry is one of complete faith, blind faith, because you're already aware of this. It's terrible because they really want, I mean, it's not even just not accomplishing your mission. Like, ooh, it's because they got this evil ass spirit in them. And they're just pre-programmed to come after light workers. You see the dark worker, light worker. So you work for different teams. Simply. This person or these people, they are revolving doors for these dark entities, by the way. It's a shame. And someone definitely looked at your natal chart information and they liked what they saw, but they wanted it for themselves. And so look, they tried to, get it to come to them. Look. Your destiny is to be in a very luxurious, comfortable life, helping the world heal. You're a leader of the new school. And I'm telling you, somebody, your family didn't like that it was you because Cancerian energy. They didn't. They couldn't stand that it was you. Like, they want you to go, but them first. So so they plotted, they planned, and all that shit. At the same time, I just heard my guys say the night that belongs to them is the eternal sleep of the abyss. So you can have your night. Yeah. Yeah. This whole group. Yeah. Oh my just hit you. Wow. Again, because you are a leader of the new school. And they don't want that new school to get up off the ground, so to speak, as I cut the deck right back to the Hierophant. They don't want it to get up off the, like I said, you are a leader of the new school. Ace of Wands, Hierophant. It is what it is. And they know. They know. And they trying to delay it as much as they can. But again, it's just karma. They're building up karma. Y'all know who it is no secret that I don't like Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't. I can't stand that man. His energy reminds me of Oprah, and it's disgusting. And it's just so interesting that the wall he has recently hit, thinking people weren't paying attention to him and what he was doing, and he's been trying to quote unquote open these schools for years and years and years to no avail. He's too busy ripping and running, calling himself fundraising. But you could do a lot from a Zoom conference. You know what I mean? You could do a lot without digging into the pool of donations to fund. You know what I mean? Anyway. And so, but it's people like that who continuously perpetrate division and separate. It's not beneficial to the all. It's actually in direct violation and direct opposition of the new school. You understand? Like the way things are supposed to be, the way things will be. And so anything that was built ill-gotten, and I'm not saying that he did anything, because that's not, I'm actually diverting away from that reference. So I'm done speaking about him, just so we're clear. But anything that was built wrong, the foundation isn't right, it has to go. And if you think strong arming people into doing what you want them to do, and intimidation and insulting them and all of those things. That's not a proper foundation. If your cause is good, people will support it. That's what I know. Regardless. Hell, even if your cause isn't that great, if it resonates with someone, they support it. That's how people get minions. But anyway. So there's a lot of that happening. People who have built so much off of you, the gift that you are, they gotta go. It's more than it being returned to you, because that's a given. It's like you did your job, now they get to be removed, and you get to have a prosperous, even more prosperous life. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. Go eat something, because I feel like that's why I'm like loopy. Yeah, be well, guys. I'm probably gonna come back and do another, because even though I know good messages came out in this reading, I'm not quite satisfied with it. So, we'll do it again very soon. All right, love you guys. Bye.